Guys, it's what, Sunday. I didn't get to the car yesterday. I had a bunch going on, but pretty much everything came in I needed. I'm gonna try to get the injectors in and the fuel lines finished. My V-bands came in. I'll show you the V-bands. I'm not that happy with them. Sorry, the salamander's running, so it's loud as hell in here. Here are the new V-bands. I don't really like how small these T-bolts are, that nut. So we're gonna tighten them down and hopefully it'll hold for now. I'm gonna order another set, I think. I'm pretty sure I know what set I had before, so I'll order those again. But yeah, I'm just gonna start picking away at it. Hopefully get the car fired today, so stay tuned. Alright, we made a little bit of progress at least, but hit a couple snags. I'm still not getting that V-band really suck in that flange. I don't like these V-bands. I forgot what ones they were. I got them off Amazon, but they're not very strong, and I don't want to torque on them and break that T-bolt, so I'm probably gonna have to get another ratchet strap and pull the manifold down a little bit. Hopefully that's gonna get me closer where I can tighten it down. Next headache we ran into is Joe hooked me up with those injectors, which shout out to Joe. But the problem is I didn't even realize these were tall boys. I had shorties on here before this, so I gotta see if I can find another set of the tall brackets. I don't know where mine went. Mine might be in my toolbox, but that's way out in Center Square, and I don't want to go out there right now. But all the fuel lines are hooked up. I mean, it's not a snag, but I don't like it. This fuel line's like right up against the manifold, and I know I didn't have it ran like this last time. So, I mean, we're just trying to get the car fired, make sure everything idles good, so it's not a giant deal right now, but I'm definitely gonna have to figure out that fuel line, and I'm pretty sure it goes in front of the motor plate. I don't know if I'm hung up on something down here and I'm not getting the slack I need, but right now it's super tight. I had to stretch just to get these on, but spark plugs are in. What else did I get done? I still gotta put the starter in. Apparently Todd did not get to the lift this week because the lift still doesn't work, so I can't get it in the air. But I can jack the front up, mess around, and get that starter in. I gotta put these two V-bands in still, and then run the spark plug wires. Fred should be here pretty soon with the Holly harness. We can get that wired up, and then all I really gotta do, I put some oil in it. Plugs are in. There's an oil filter on it. Everything else should be good, so I gotta run down to the gas station. I think we're gonna fire it up on 93 because the E85 I have here is just like old as hell, and I don't want to risk running that through the filters I just cleaned up and everything else, where it'll take Fred 10 seconds to set up a 93 tune, so we can just fire it up, make sure it's idling good, everything seems decent. But I still didn't get the steam vent done yet either, so We might have a little bit of antifreeze puking out while it's idling, but that's fine. As long as we get it to idle and running, we know things are good from here. Then we can start buttoning everything up. I think we're gonna try to pull the axles out of the rear end today, take a look at that center section and figure out what I need to order for the gear swap. And then we gotta measure the drive shaft still. But I think pretty much other than those two things, there's not really a whole lot left I need to buy. It's kind of just picking away at throwing this thing together. And then we might end up getting on Mike Palladino's dyno in a couple of weeks. I gotta hit him up and see if he still wants to throw on a dyno and just see where we're sitting at. I'll probably post the numbers. I'm not that scared about what it's gonna make. I know I can't push it too hard running just the 85. I have no intercooler. I don't think I'm gonna use the meth injection. So I really need to go full methanol, but for now we're just gonna stick it out. So yeah, stay tuned as I pick away at it. Hopefully we'll get the fire today. So is this certified?
Huh?
Is this certified?
I think they're trying to melt Cody's finger to it. And they're going to use the same fuse to
Human enzymes in there.
Well, now our connector is fixed. Our V-bands are in. What else did we manage to get done in the past 2 hours?
Drop the transmission.
Our
Did you really?
transmission is safely secured, so we can put the flex plate in finally. And then we get to do all the wiring. So we stopped doing the time lapse because it's killed 2 batteries already. So we'll keep updates coming. Huh?
Do the Photoshop doing a wheelie?
Yeah. Ignore all the wiring because we're not going to take our time and actually put the wiring away. Blow the fires, then we'll do it.
Let's put that there.
Oh.
315 Yahoo, here we go. Putting a sticker on your front windshield that says 315 Yahoos.
315 Yahoos.
Yep.
Hi, turn the stick. Is it leaking? I don't know, there's a puddle back here.
Can you turn the pump on to see
Which pump?
fuel pump?
I mean, I can.
It might be from the pull the funnel away. There's all hackers.
Let's see, the drain is kinked here and here. Whoa!
What?
Well, that one's not tight.
Which one?
That's Clint something that, you tell him to tighten something, his finger tight.
Where's
Yep, this one's loose.
Which one?
This one.
I didn't touch that one.
This one's leaking too.
Where?
Or it's not tight.
These ones were tightened here.
That's why
So-
you got 5 gallons of
that's the
gas, because
problem.
we're gonna leak 3 on the ground.
I guess we gotta tighten these. That one's already ran all the way down almost.
We had the same fucking problem last time we fucking hooked them up.
I thought we fixed the leaks.
You just had it all apart.
Yeah,
Bigger.
I think you need the big
You
one.
need the Puerto Rican all 16ths.
What do you need?
Bigger than some of these.
Oh, that's PC for you too.
Huh, oh, edit that out. Puerto Rican. Oh.
Did you just use a festival wrench on them before?
Perfect.
Where's the croissant?
Might need to.
That mixture doesn't smell good.
What mixture? It's fresh fuel.
Gas and 85, old 85.
You don't want the G85? What is this?
I don't know what size.
It was either that or you were looking at 3 bare wires.
Yeah,
You
if
cut
it works,
shorter.
it works.
You cut it shorter. You know what I did with mine is I ran it by the water pump right here.
Watch
I
it,
know.
watch it.
So you can do that.
Bigger.
Yeah, Todd doesn't have a wrench big enough, except the massive one.
You used to fucking festival wrenches last time, didn't you?
You got more than one?
Tom was a truck driver, so he's got everything from like 1 inch to fucking 3. And every size in between. You do that one? That was the one that was like fingered.
I also hope the diaphragm's still good in that fuel pressure regulator.
I'm in the wrong part. Right there.
Did you put 7 quarts in?
Can we cut it?
Cut what?
Right?
The wrench?
Yeah. Can we cut this right?
Dude, I have a couple in my toolbox that are cut. What the fuck is that?
That's the wrench that works.
I don't know. I had a shit ton of adjustable wrenches around.
You gonna blame me?
Well, you see where all my tools are? Not in my
They're
toolbox.
right there.
If I was ever gonna run fuel lines, that would be the absolute last place I would run.
I didn't have them there originally.
This is on.
Like, you literally could have wired them back there and came up to the back of the rails.
I'm pretty sure they all sat in front.
Well, this is on the header, you know that, right?
Yes. We've been over this.
That's okay.
For right now, you think we're gonna make any heat?
That's
Car's probably not gonna run.
Alright, open it.
Wired up yet?
No, not yet.
We turned the fuel pump on.
Yeah, there was a leak everywhere.
Classic. Know what happened last time at Andy's too?
Tight.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, turn the pump on.
It's gonna piss,
Try the pump again.
Alright.
yeah.
We got Fred Woolen.
Right.
Something's leaking over here.
Yeah, running down this line.
At least it smells good.
It's 93.
It's leaking right there.
Well, 93
mixed with old.
I know you're
fucking
petrified
85.
of the smell of E85.
Oh, it's so bad.
He gets a headache.
He's just a boy.
He gets a headache.
He's just a boy.
Some days.
Listen to what he's saying, because he's going to be the one getting blasted in the face with M5 when I finally switch over. Then who's going to be the baby?
Why am I going to get blasted in the face?
You're going to be holding the
I'm on the
car.
left side.
Who's on the right then?
I don't give a fuck.
Tom's going to be stuck with it.
As long as it ain't me.
They're fucking junk.
We had to crank the piss out of them before.
What are they, 10s?
I don't fucking know.
Are those 10s or 12s? They're
Definitely
10s.
not 12s.
I guess we'll check and see if we got any more 10s.
What if we use 2 pliers and just see if we can crank the fuck out of it?
I mean, you can try that.
So, do you have 2 pair like channel
That's a 90, isn't it? Yeah, I got a straight. I don't know if I got a 10 and a 90. I don't see one.
Check the box that fell.
I'm checking in the box.
I said the box that fell.
What box that fell? I got a 45. I don't think these aren't PTFE though. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll get it started today. All right, I guess we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, make a quick getaway.
What's going on with your fucking starter?
That sounds like the flywheel is the bent flywheel and not the good one.
Definitely what it sounded like to me.
No, because this one is not.
Distributors on 180.
That one is completely used. That is the bent one.
Well, what's the chances all the wiring are right over there?
Stay tuned.
I want to know why this is happening. What do you have going on that's so...
So,
It didn't fucking do
so we blew the fuse, and the answer to the fuse is apparently a main bearing. Then the main bearing decided to weld itself to the fuse block.
Yep.
So we may have an issue.
We need another main bearing.
What's the recommendation here?
Try it again, I guess.
We use an Allen.
I guess we're gonna try again.
Nice and flat and solid.
I mean, when it was cranking the last time, it was all the way down to like 10-0, so the injectors aren't...
Where is
not
it?
gonna fire when it's that low.
Where are we losing everything now?
I don't
You
know.
think that battery's really that bad?
I found a new fuse.
Oh god.
That's
Oh,
the
boy.
400.
Is that the 100 amp or
Yeah,
the
that's-
50 amp? Or?
Can't wait to see that thing glowing red back.
You must have something tucking something, because if you pop that fuse originally, you know what I mean?
I feel like Cody would have been a great engineer for Chernobyl. So what are we doing? Do we try it again?
I mean,
Oh.
you need to be able to just hold the starter with nothing on and it just cranks smooth. If it won't do that, then there's no point in trying to turn everything on. So just turn nothing on, turn the battery on, and just hit the starter with everything off.
Hang on. I got the fuse off.
I just. Wait, has it been off the whole time?
Yeah.
I just had power up here, and then it went.
Yeah.
Working on a new project. Back there, Cody.
Apparently, we're upgrading our fuses.
Hold on.
Oh my god. So. Yeah, no, dude. She ain't spinning. But then she just lost power again.
Did it really?
Yep.
I think the high load from it doing that is what's welding that thing to it. Hang on.
Power now.
Hang on.
Is it-
Don't touch nothing.
No.
Oh.
Yes, we have power.
Don't touch that.
I'm not touching it.
Put a socket on the flex plate.
Oh no, turbo kit's in the way. Oh, on the flex plate?
Yeah, on the flex plate, I got the 8 or 6/8 little bolts, put a socket on it, try to
Well, if
spin
you
it
want
over
to
from
see
behind.
if it's hydrolock, you gotta take all the plugs.
Or we just keep bumping this.
No.
Well, why don't you put your torque wrench or whatever you had on there and just see if the motor will turn over by hand.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because the way the downpipe is, you're never
I know
gonna
you can't get to the.
you're never gonna get fuel. Like when I had an injector hung open, it all just came out the exhaust. But you got like this big low spot right here.
That's the toe strap.
I'm gonna stop looking at this thing because it just keeps getting worse.
Told you not to.
I know, but I'm getting impatient.
So this
I
is the
wanna hear it
crank
fire
and the
up.
crank sensor out of your truck.
That's the issue.
No,
the
these are
crank's on
new.
the floor.
Right?
The crank isn't new.
Let me see.
No, the crank. Yeah, the crank. No, he said sensor though.
This
He
is
said the
just-
crank and the crank sensor. That's
Oh,
what he
yeah, this is the crank out of the truck.
But the crank was not.
Is it the same crank sensor?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Did you put the right one in?
Maybe it was. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
It's very helpful, Clint.
Yeah.
Either way, we got some kind of wiring thing going on because you should be able to just hit the fucking starter and the thing just sit there and spin over forever.
Just extra.
Oh.
Excellent.
But the weird thing is it like this time it stuck and then just lost power completely. I don't know if it
Small ratchet.
stuck hitting the motor or if it just kind of the moment it took off to engage the starter, it killed the power.
Put it back on the lift, get underneath it, see if it fucking turns out,
Just get right to it.
crank it. With a fucking,
Do you have power again?
Can you reach?
Yes, we have power again. Pump it.
Might as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Don't want to lose connection again.
We good?
We're good.
Rubbing something. It's rubbing
Say it
something.
again. That's the bent flex blade. Look at it when you hit the
I
start.
seen it.
It's going like this.
How is that the bent one and this one looks newer?
now, is that the crank? Or is it the crank seems to use his old crank?
I thought the crank was bent. That's why you guys did this.
No. No, we had a cracked
You
cylinder
got something
and
flat, you can set that on and see if it's bent or not.
Yeah, that's why it's fucking crank. It said something straight, you dumb fuck.
Todd, can you stop swearing for YouTube, please?
Sorry. Did you replace it with the same one you
Sorry,
had?
this is a non-PC garage.
Yeah, I found something.
The blast will work.
This is definitely the straight one, dude.
Put it around.
Looks like we're changing a flex plate now.
Might as well.
Yeah, pull the fuse.
I don't want to go.
Oh, it's welded again.
Yeah, our fuse isn't happy.
Not bad. Still solid though.
So basically we have every electrical issue possible.
Yeah, you need that.
Jack it up on the turbo.
Yeah.
So
I wish we could have like crank it over to see if we have spark just to verify that our rigged coil grounds worked. But we'll do that after you fuck with the starter.
Sounds like it
It'll be fine.
fired for a second.
It had
it
to
it
have fired a little because it was smoking out the exhaust.
yeah, it was making it,
I just pulled my face.
So, I guess we gotta loosen the starter up and see if that sinks back in now.
Another fucking time lapse. Let's go.
No, we're not gonna time lapse this because we don't have enough battery for it. Stay tuned. What is this, attempt like number 15?
Too many.
Let's see. Holly's on. Are you connected to it?
Yep.
Okay. Fuel pump. Oh. Fuse! We need our fuse!
Got her.
Dude, that should not be happening.
No.
You popped the Allen wrench? The Allen wrench popped?
I'm about to stick that fucking piece of metal on it.
Come on.
You never tightened that fitting.
Well, it tried.
The voltage is too low to start. It's at
It-
9 volts.
Yeah, it definitely tried.
But you're up to 50 pounds of fuel pressure or oil pressure.
Woo! Oh my god. What?
Fine.
Was it? What was wrong?
I wasn't even thinking of being tight.
I'll check that one too, just for shits and giggles.
I wish we had like a big jump pack.
It's nice.
You can't do that. You said so.
We were halfway there.
Yeah, but
Holly disapproves. Well, it almost fired. It started to fire.
It's not as obnoxious as
It fired a little.
It made a noise.
It did make a noise.
right.
Look at the new fuse holder 9000.
So you realize this means that from now on you're gonna have to ride in the trunk and hold the fuse down whenever we go race.
I got it. We're good.
And then wait, this is a good idea because then we'll just hook the parachute to him and he'll just shoot out the back.
Soft
I think by
landing.
the time you put the transmission on it and pull it the rest of the way, I think
Yeah,
the
that
starter will
that
stop hanging. up.
yeah.
Do you want to pull the battery out of your truck now and then we can start this? Or do we still want to keep messing with a 12-year-old battery?
I really don't
that?
want to pull
the
that.
bathroom door stopper.
Oh. I'm gonna take
You don't have another battery?
not a good one. This should be a good battery. This thing's already down to 70% though.
It was one day.
Yeah.
A couple years ago it was, probably.
Did we have like a cook hanger or something?
The battery's got like no time on it. But still, why did it fry that fuse? Low battery wouldn't have done that.
I don't know.
You could have arced something out. Yeah. Wow! It's warm.
We're gonna let our
Why
fuse.
is that happening?
We're gonna let our fuse cool down. I don't know.
You know what they're calling
Well, a bendy piece of metal. I guess we're gonna keep picking away at it. Attempt number 300, 400, I don't know. We're waiting on our human fuse. You know, I feel like we could have went and bought a fuse by now.
I don't know where you get it.
I don't know either. I got no power though. Oh, forgot he had the battery unhooked.
Should have power now.
Good. Let's see. Nope. Nothing. Up there.
Got power?
Yep.
The battery charger just turned off though.
Shit. I mean, shoot.
top sensor's not working either, but
Try it. Guess we're gonna try it again.
I've never tried to let it read air.
Come on. Ah,
I think you need a battery.
we do need a battery.
it was somewhere between like 8.8 and 9.0.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we don't have the voltage to start.
It's electric. No.
Well, turn that off. Yeah. What?
A little bit of fuel. Never heard of
On
one.
the return?
Yeah. Or whatever this is.
The return or the hoop?
It'll be fine.
I don't know.
Is this one cooling temp and that one's
What's the sensor reading?
Air low.
the read fuel pressure?
might not have any coolant then.
Should still read something.
Unless I have the pump on.
Yeah, it should still read something.
You know, fuel pressure.
Oh,
That oil pressure.
so we need a battery.
And if you're gonna do that, you might as well wire the alternator.
Want to do the battery?
Yeah, so you can run it without killing your new battery.
Yeah. Well, looks like we'll be ordering a new battery. Where do I get a...
AutoZone it is.
Huh?
AutoZone it is.
I don't get discounts there.
Why, you want another red tab?
I'm good. I don't know.
I'll call and see what I can.
I mean, at this point, I really should go 16 and be done with it.
Just kill them.
Do I have to change anything to go 16?
The alternator.
Just the alternator.
And sometimes them fuels, the switch panels don't like 16 volt. I know like on my arc panel there's even a toggle 12 or 16. Yeah, it did blow my headlight bulbs.
Were they stock bulbs?
No, they were like silver stars or some shit, I think. I put the same thing back in.
I mean, these are LEDs.
I
I
know I
don't
put
know.
LEDs in it after, I think.
Yeah, these have LEDs. So,
Well, these are LEDs
well, yeah, I put...
from a tractor.
No, they're from... I think they're a Jeep. I'm pretty sure they're from a Jeep.
That 16 volt battery I got is not that expensive.
That's what I'm thinking.
It was like, I forgot now, maybe $300.
You don't need to get a more voltage battery. You just gotta get a good.
No, but I'm kind of just looking like if I'm going to spend it and I'm getting to the point where eventually I'm not going to have an alternator.
Dude, my shit cranks at like
Maybe I should go-
300 RPMs. Doesn't it?
A stock GM starter at 16 volts
Sounds wild. It's like, wing. Like, especially if you have like all the plugs out of mine and start it, holy shit, it cranks at like 300 something RPMs. It's wild.
I'll start looking at some 16s
But I
tonight
also
then.
wired mine properly. Like I don't
Yeah,
have.
and then what happens when you blow
I don't
your
have
switch
16
panel?
running to my starter.
What switch panel? I'll check race wire and see if it's. I'm pretty sure that's good for 16 though.
Other than that, it's just the battery and alternator.
Who knows if that alternator
Just
even
put
works
another-
anymore? Yeah, but I'm looking like, why do that if I'm gonna change it later? Why not just be done with
Are
it?
you gonna street drive it?
I can't. I don't have a VIN or a
So
title
get
or
rid of the
anything.
fucking alternator.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So just buy a battery.
Okay. Looks like we're buying a battery.
And if you go methanol, you're gonna have to go 16 volt.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's why not just do it and be done with it now? Now I'm gonna have to add some charge posts though,
For why?
so I can hook up to my fancy generator like you.
Oh no, you'll never be as cool as me. Do you have a gas door to do it on?
I do. The problem is,
The tubs are there.
no, it takes the key.
Oh.
But I think, can I get in? I'm pretty sure I can get in from this side.
Truck has 2 batteries, so buy one.
Yeah.
Really, you just gotta find somebody with a diesel.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I'd have to put like a panel here because the tubs, dude, look at the way they did these tubs.
Oh,
Just perfect.
not bad.
Otherwise, you're gonna be like a bracket car and have like the power
The-
cables dangling.
Yeah.
Or something.
Self-adjusting too.
Get like a Tesla charger.
I mean, I think I can put a plate right here probably. Maybe. Just cut the tub back a little.
Should. We'll get another battery.
Jump cables through there.
Tom is very, very proud of my car. He's been talking about it all day, how much he likes it.
He drove all the way out here this
He
morning.
did.
So you should get another battery and fire it up for him.
The problem is we don't have a side post.
Should
Or
we
we don't have a top post. We have a side
disconnect
post.
the
You
tubes?
have 400 bolts inside this junk drawer of a car. You can find 2 bolts that'll thread into the side of it.
Actually, can I put that on the side? I can.
The 16 volt battery just has like a lug. What is it, like 3/8? It's like a 3/8 lug on it, and then so you're gonna need the idler anyway.
Max, just for the record, I can sleep tonight if it doesn't.
Do we go drag the battery out of my truck just to make the stupid thing fire?
I mean, new trucks are kind of hard to get the battery.
Oh yeah, no, your truck's a pain in the ass.
Oh, it's got that whole. Yeah, no. Nope. No. I'm gonna.
Oh no, yeah, because we did your truck in the parking lot.
It's a bitch.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's terrible.
His is worse.
You have that little bracket that goes
Yeah.
on top of it.
With the cable and yeah, no. I remember now.
What about that,
What about Todd's truck?
I don't know where
what about
Todd
that
went.
Clips thing
I
out
think
there,
the
the
Todd is
Lancer.
pretty easy.
I can't just steal a battery out of
Especially
somebody
with,
else's.
like, how bad your wiring is. If you have a 16 volt battery and it's wired bad, at least you'll still end up cranking it like 13 volts. You know?
Yeah.
Versus this, you're draining it all the way to 8.
Well, we didn't get it started, so I guess I'll order a battery tonight and
What if we
We'll-
wire all these
we'll go
bad
for-
batteries together?
another week.
With our powers combined.
Yeah. They all have 3 volts on them. They might be hitting somewhere. There's about 14 batteries under here.
Run them all in parallel.
Yeah.
That cock looks like fucking cold wells.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for today.
Somebody's proud of it.
Stay tuned. All right, now that everybody's gone, yeah, that was a chaotic day. But wiring's all in, car's not starting. We're pretty sure it's a battery issue. That red top is pretty old. Even with putting the charger on it, once I'm cranking it over, it's dropping down to like 8 volts on the Holly. So clearly the Holly's not going to work on that little voltage. But I mean, wiring looks terrible right now. I'm going to have to tuck everything. We were just trying to get it to start up today, and that didn't end up working out. Now I'm going to figure out if I want to go 16-volt battery and delete the alternator finally, which I already plan I'm going to do that when I go methanol. This would just be a more of the reason to do it now and be done with it. But then I got to get a charger, get a generator, adds for more headaches. But takes a little bit of stress out from trying to work this 12-volt battery so hard. So I'm going to go home, figure out what I want to do and go from there. And hopefully next week we can get a battery in and maybe get it to fire up finally. And then I think they were out 3 weeks for my converter, so possibly next week it'll be done and shipped. So maybe the week after that we can get the converter in. We figured out what gears were in the back. I gotta figure out if I'm just gonna order gears still. More than likely that's what I'll do tonight. Order the gears, and then once we had to take the transmission out to do all this wiring headache and the flex plate and all that, which I don't know how much I got on film because I filmed way too much chaos today, but the flex plate was too tight against the starter and the starter gear was sticking. We think we figured that out, and yeah, it's turning good now. It's not ridiculously loud, like it's hitting and binding and anything like that. So yeah, I think we're going to end it here and then stay tuned for next week. Hopefully we can get it fired up finally. See ya.